Welcome to Whachacha's Tabletop World, a channel devoted to the love of board gaming. My name is Sweetness Whachacha, and today is my overview and thoughts on Fun Facts, a party game. Fun Facts is a light, quick, cooperative party game where the goal is to get the highest score you can. You do this by placing your hidden tile in the correct order of a stack of chevrons. You'll have to use what you know and maybe what you can surmise about the other players at the table. Setup is easy. Each player takes a matching chevron and marker, and you deal 8 cards to the table, returning the rest to the box. Give one player the star, and you're ready to begin the game. Each card will ask a question that can be answered numerically from 0 to 100. Each player will secretly write down their answer and flip their chevron over. The plastic piece cleverly contains a raised edge to keep your writing from being erased. When all players have finished writing, the first player places their chevron in the middle of the table, and each subsequent player places their chevron where they think it goes in the line. So, if the question is how much do you like cats, yellow might look at the line and think, green hates cats, they're allergic, they probably put 0. Red is a crazy cat person, that's me, so they must be 100. Pink doesn't own a cat, but does like them. I do own a cat, but I'm not as crazy as red, so I will place here. Once everyone is placed, the star player can change their placement, and the round ends by flipping over and seeing how you did and laughing or shouting. You do that for all 8 cards, tally up your score, and see how well you did. And that's the game. So the components. They're kind of what you would expect from a party game. There's not many of them. They're inexpensive, but they fit the role. They fit the need. The chevrons actually have that nice little raised lip, which is pretty cool, so your things don't get wiped off. There's markers. Probably not enough cards. I don't know. Like, it seems like a lot of these games, you look at the cards and you think, is that enough? Doesn't seem like enough, but it definitely would get you through a lot of plays. I don't get a lot of opportunity to play party games. When I do, I like to find something that is stimulating to me that I can enjoy, but also a mixed crowd or a crowd of non-gamers can enjoy. And I find that that's one part of it, but the other part is the game has to be very fast to set up, it has to be easy to explain, and it has to be easy to play and quick to play. And all of these things are in this game. I find that it's you can set it up in about a minute and a half, explain it in another minute and a half, and you're off to the races and you're done quite quickly. And being cooperative doesn't hurt at all either, as everybody going kind of towards a common goal, you're not as worried about more cutthroat gaming or competitive or people feeling lost. So there is another little lining to this game, and an interesting aspect to this game, and that is you really do learn a little something. So if you're playing as an icebreaker, it can really be quite interesting, actually. You might not get a great score, but you'll learn a lot about another person. But if you're playing in like a mixed crowd of some family, some people that have, married in a family, boyfriends, girlfriends, that sort of thing, it makes for a very interesting, it sparks, maybe it can spark some philosophical discussion, maybe some disagreements, maybe you really own 100 hats, stuff like that, or a question that can seem almost very, very simple, like how important is money, can really lead to some interesting discussion, and on the car ride home, how about that, So I feel like this game, you could take it to you have to be very careful with this, but if you had a group of people that was very, not just your family, right? If you had some that really were interested in a social experiment, you could really set a whole very interesting series of questions for this, either sort of naughty questions or political questions, and really kind of have a very interesting time. There's another game that I feel the exact same way about, and it's called Agree to Disagree, very new game. In fact, I've had trouble tracking one down. And I feel like that's the same kind of thing that you could really start some arguments, start some friendly debate maybe. And this game actually, can raise some eyebrows, I think. So there's a little opportunity there as well. So right out of the box though, ignoring that part, it's a very approachable and entertaining and enjoyable game that doesn't cost a lot. So I think it's great to add to your collection. Well, hopefully it helped you decide whether or not you'd like to purchase this or look into it a little further. But now I gotta roll.